he likes to carry girls, like, and he smokes, he drinks, and takes drugs also.
Hello lovelies, welcome back once again to my channel. Thank you so much for joining. In case you are joining us for the first time, my name is Zany and you are watching Zany's Thoughts. I appreciate you all for always coming back to watch my channel. And in case you have been watching and you haven't still subscribed, please do consider to do so. And don't forget to always like my video and also share so that other people will also watch. Since the murder of Super TV CEO and the arrest of the suspect or the alleged suspect Chidinma Ojukwu, there has been rumors of and counter rumors. There have been accusations and counter accusations, speculations and so on. And there has been confessions too from this said alleged killer Chidinma Ojukwu. Since then, she has changed her story at least 3 times that I know. The first time this lady Chidinma Ojukwu, the alleged killer of Mike Ataga'S, was paraded, emotions was rising high, especially from women. People have come out to condemn him. I mean Michael Osifo Ataga'S, the late Super TV CEO. They condemned him because they feel that he was involved in adultery. That I can understand, especially married women who cannot understand how a man old enough to have betted this lady, this 21-year-old Chidinma, could involve himself in such situation. It is totally understandable. But then, people should not forget that somebody's son was murdered. People came out and started saying, oh, she's so young, she's too young to do this, she's too young to do that, and so on and so forth. People were judging based on their emotions. Many people have come out to say, how could he? But then, people should look beyond emotions and realize that a crime has been committed and a father has been taken away from his children. A son has been taken away from his parents, and a husband has been taken away from his wife, irrespective of the crime that he has committed. Like I keep on saying, nobody has the right to take somebody's life, no matter what. You did not create that life, you did not give him that life, and you have no right to take away the life. After Chidinma Ojukwu granted her first interview, narrating according to her what happened on this same day that late Mr. Ataga'S was murdered or killed, people came out, sentiments were rising high. Women, especially married women, were like, yes, this is good for him. Marry, of course, if you are from this part, Nigeria, and you know the story of side chicks and married men, in quote, sugar daddies, you will understand where they were coming from. Like I said, a crime has been committed. I don't care. It is, I am not supporting adultery. Please get me right. But somebody was murdered. In the first interview which Chidinma Ojukwu granted, she narrated how she killed Mr. Osifo Ataga'S. She claimed that she did that out of self-defense. She claimed that Osifo Ataga'S wanted to attack her and she did attack him first. Well, we were not there when it happened. That was her statement. But after she ended up, or she succeeded in killing him, she went out, according to her what she said. She took his card, his bank card, and went to withdraw money. And then she quietly left that place. She changed, or she took her bath and changed and left the scene of the crime and went home as if nothing happened. And this is no time for sentiments. This is no time for emotions to be rising high. This is no time for you to remember how one side chick or the other took away your man or something like that. You should think of What if Mr. Ataga'S was your brother? What if he was your son or even your husband? Does he deserve to die like that? Does anyone deserve to be murdered like that? That is the question we should be asking ourselves. After the first interview, or rather when people saw 𝙤𝙘𝙧 𝙁𝙤𝙧, many people were seeing one innocent girl. But there is something that struck me after I watched her first interview. I saw a cold, calm, calculative criminal. Forgive me to say that. I know that everybody is innocent until proven guilty in the court of law. But how calm this girl was during her interview beat my imagination. I could not imagine a so-called, as people said, so-called innocent girl being that calm after seeing what she saw or what she claimed to see. I can't imagine somebody who claimed to be innocent to know fully well that she has murdered somebody and then she is that calm. I cannot imagine myself. Even seeing somebody in pain hurts me all through. But this lady saw this man, somebody's son, a full-grown man, in pain, blood all over, and you went out and started living your life as if nothing happened? As I was still trying to understand, or as I was still trying to wrap the whole story around on my head, then she came out to grant yet another interview, and the story changed. In her second interview, the same 𝙤𝙘𝙧 who claimed that Mr. Ataga'S wanted to attack her now claimed that she tied him up, probably after she have learnt that the police found him tied up. She now claimed that she's the one who tied late Mr. Osifo Ataga'S up. Wow, how easy it is for her. So easy for you to tie such man up, no matter the kind of drug that he is under. Well, like I said, I don't know too. I am just thinking, you know. And then she was asked why she was so calm, you know, that she was very calm in her first interview. And she claimed that she tried to comport herself because of the interview. Oh my God, you were trying to compose and comport yourself, knowing fully well that a man died? You know, there are situations where comportment and composure doesn't come in place. And this is when somebody has lost his or her life. For you to be thinking of composure and comportment, after a man lost his life, a man that you were with, a man that on the second time is admitting to killing, and you are talking of composing yourself for the sake of an interview. Oh my God. Oh my God. If you ask me, I believe that this lady, 𝙤𝙘𝙧 𝙁𝙤𝙧, is involved in an organized sect or organized crime. People should be, what the police should be looking into is to interrogate her so that she can confess who she is working with. I just hope that the police and the justice system of the Federal Republic of Nigeria handles this case the way it's supposed to be handled. I just hope that they are not deceived with all these cock and bull stories that this girl is cooking up. I just hope that they let this man, they let Mr. Osifo Ataga'S get the justice that he deserved. No matter how they twist this story, or no matter how they see it, or no matter the kind of sentiment and emotions that is involved, what matters is that a man, a full-grown man, has been murdered. And people should not forget that. People should not forget that late Mr. Osifo Ataga'S was somebody's father. He was somebody's son and also somebody's husband. We should always put that at the back of our mind. While I leave you to watch 𝙤𝙘𝙧 𝙁𝙤𝙧's new interview where she yet again changed her story. We should always put it at the back of our mind that no one deserves to be murdered like that, irrespective of what crime he or she committed. And I want you people to also know that while some people are seeing an innocent lady, all I see is a calm, calculative criminal. Well, what do I know? You are free to drop your opinion in the comment section below. Like I always say, this is me, Zeni, thinking out loud. It is Zeni's thoughts.
He doesn't talk much about himself. He's quite busy, like a busy person. I would say that at some point in time, he got to know that he likes to carry girls, and he smokes, he drinks, and takes drugs also. So I don't know deep about him. His character, he gets angry easily. He has issue with his wife, but his children is what is targeted as family man. He wasn't into happy married life or something. He was just more of catering for his kids. I can't remember some of his friends that I've met, but remember their faces kind of really, or their names, but I've met two people that I sent friends something. I don't have 10 million in my bank account, so I have 400 or 500 accounts. Michael gave me his laptop. He had 2 laptops, so I told him that I wanted laptops, so he gave me one, and that was what I sold to get the money. So it's a Mac Pro. I wasn't doing ushering when I was with him anymore. I was getting more from him than doing the ushering, so there was no need on ushering. Ushering can be 15k, 20k. It gives me more than the ushering. The apartment where it was said it was leaking, so then they said I should book. They said it was free and I too was free, so let's then see. It was Sunday on the 13th June. I decided to check online about the shortlets because it said that I didn't want hotel. There will not be Netflix, or it will not be fun being in the house or something. So that was when I decided to check for a shortlet. So I sent it to him and he said it was okay. Then he said I should go check the place out. So I checked it and it was okay. Then he made payment. He sent 105. That was for 4 days. After I paid the money, so after 1 hour, it came. When he came, then we went to get food. We went out to eat and also get drinks. And we're just indoor, watching movie, drinking, smoking. He woke up before me, but I was still feeling sleepy and dizzy because of the smoke, drink, and the drug. So he asked what I need, what we need. So I was we need to buy food and drug because the drug that we brought already finished. He sends the money to their account. Why the other one, he gave me the card because I was trying to make payments and it didn't go through. So he gave me the card. I didn't have access to his card, but I know the PIN code. Before I was leaving, he stood up to lock the door. But when I got in, I was knocking. As there was no answer, I opened the door, was already open, it wasn't locked. And the duvet was on the floor, plus pillows. The bed, the couch was facing the door, and the bed was stained with blood already. And the floor where it was blood. And then music was on, the TV was on. The room was already disarranged, like someone broke in. Then I saw him on the floor. I didn't know what to do. I took my things with his thing and left. I was afraid. I didn't know if I have raised alarm, they would have arrested me for doing it, because I and him were just the only people in the room. I just left. I was packing my things to leave. Then I noticed that my clothes was stained, so I changed it to another. I took the bag that contained his ID and documents, bank statements. My bag was already on the floor. I left my bag on the floor. And then the stuff it was with was on the TV set. That's where the stuff I took was on the TV set. So I just packed them and just put them into the nylon and left. I took his phone. The following week, I was home. Then I went out to withdraw some money from the ATM that I was with. I withdrew 200. Before that day, on Tuesday, he already told me that he's going to give me the money that I requested for. And when I came out, when I was arrested, and they were saying I made away with 5 million naira, there was no 5 million naira in the account. I just did it. It's not like I had something to do with his death. I never had anything to do with his death. The lady that I rented the apartment from, I had to message her that she should please probably send the security guy to check on him. That I haven't heard from him. That's what I said to her. And they came to my house and they arrested me, took me to station. I didn't involve anybody. I don't know who must have come into the apartment. Definitely somebody did that, but I don't know who that person is. I don't know what happened when I left to buy the food. I don't know. Because of the thing I did after not alerting police and then also withdrawing money, I feel guilty for what happened. I did not kill him. Knowing sure whether I did not kill him, but my doings, taking his money and not reporting the police, I believe that somebody knew where we were and then waited till I left before they could enter. The pressure and people, when I was talking to the security guy, and it was like, no, nobody entered into the apartment, that it was just me that entered into the apartment. And knowing full well what I did, withdrawing his money, I just took the blame on myself that since no one believes, let me just take it. No one is influencing my statements. I've not spoken to anybody, my relation or anybody. I've just been in the...
That is the trait of an average criminal. She was there, we recorded all her. So at CID, the night she was arrested, now we recorded all her. So even the lady that rented the place to her, now we recorded everything now. So we have that in, because if she now saw, I feel something as an afterthought, then it's going to prove out. But anybody thinking that police, so maybe trying to give her a split or something, that person is saying it out of mischief. And it's highly discouraging. For us to have risked our life, to have carried out our professional callings now and getting her, instead of the action, what I've done now, being appreciated and being encouraged to get further. So maybe it's just a way of distracting police that when it's okay, when we castigate police, so then police will be discouraged. We're not able to go on long. No, we'll never be. So we are not leaving any stone unturned. We are not leaving any lead unfollowed.
Any Monday at about 9 p.m. It was a public holiday. So on Tuesday, I was on my way to his house. in Banana Island in Ikoyi. When I left my house, I started calling him. And Usifo is somebody that if he misses your call, he calls you back immediately. I was calling him before, from VGC to maybe Lekki Phase 1. I called maybe like 6-7 times. He did not pick his call. He did not call me back. Then this was about maybe 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Then at about between Lekki Phase 1 to Banana Gate, I called maybe like another 15 times because I would need a code to get into the estate. So when I got to the gate, he still was not picking, so I called somebody else to give me a code. So I entered the estate. When I got to his house, I didn't even enter from the gate because there's a transparent gate. I saw that the Hilux his Toyota Hilux was in the front of the house, but the Range Rover was not there. So I called his PA, where is Usifo? He said that he came to Banana that morning. The cook told him Usifo went out, left the house on Sunday and was not back at that Tuesday morning. So I said, okay, have you asked Rahman, one of his business partner, and have you asked Rahman? He said Rahman said the same thing, that he has been calling him. He has not picked up his phone till that time, but he sent a message. So I was like, okay. So I said, okay, maybe when he's ready, he will call me back. I now got to VGC. I now met Gambo and the partner, Rahman. I said, show me the messages. So they showed me. And I said, God, one, he's not a message person. He's a talking person. The English they use here, you see, if I won't use this kind of English to reply, something is wrong. I don't think this is Usifo. So we now decided that, okay, in the morning, the next day, we'll try and do a search.
Usifo is the third son in a family of 4. He has 2 elder brothers and a younger sister, and his siblings, they all live abroad. And Usifo grew up as a child who was raised by very good parents in a Christianly manner, and he's a guy who's always had business in his DNA. He's always liked to do business. But what I'll tell you about Usifo is that Usifo is very respectable. Usifo will never hurt a fly. Usifo loves people. Usifo goes beyond the immediate family to know his cousins, to know his uncles. I've had the very regrettable privilege of seeing that dead body 5 times. My cousin's hands were tied so badly that the rope entered his skin. The rope is right there as an exhibit with the police. That binding could not have been done by that lady alone. Not possible. Even if he was drugged, it is not possible, because I saw the lady and I saw my cousin. I said, this is not possible. Apart from the fact that he was tied, there were multiple stabs on his body. That is correct. Multiple. So that story of 2 stabs and neck is not true. He was stabbed in other places. His leg. In fact, in Yaba mortuary, the attendants were so dramatic that they told us clearly, the stabbing here was so bad that it's a hole. The guy stuck his 2 fingers into my cousin's body in my presence. I am serious. The Doppler vein, he was stabbed here deliberately. So when I say he was just stabbed on the neck, no, he was stabbed on the Doppler vein twice. He was stabbed on his body multiple.